off online. So basically what I was saying is that before I got cut off on my last video, you know, a lot of players, beginner and intermediate players, are losing because they're panicking and, you know, trying to do unnecessary things to avoid the pressure that they may or may not get. You know, a lot of these high level players are putting you in frame traps that there's no way to escape it unless you break a grab. So a lot of beginner and intermediate players are getting caught in these situations, you know, and they're panicking, they're jumping away, they're backdashing, and those are the incorrect answers to that situation. When you're in a frame trap, you have to prepare to break the grab. And you know, in all honesty, okay, you made you got caught in the grab. You didn't, you know, especially online, you're gonna get caught in those grabs because the game is not recognizing that you're breaking it in time. When you play offline, you always break out of them. Okay, that's the correct situation in that situation. That's the correct move in that situation. When you panic and you jump away or you jump neutral jump, you're gonna get anti-aired easily. You're gonna take way more damage than. It's better that they have to earn a grab from you than to panic and neutral jump. Oh, he's gonna go for a grab. The only thing I don't like is in Street Fighter 6, when they neutral jump and you try to go for a grab, which is almost the right thing to do in that situation, you get countered for doing that. There's a lot of players doing that, and I think that's unacceptable. If they go for a grab when you neutral jump to try to bait out like that, you could get a combo because they tried to do the right thing in that situation. If they neutral jump you for grabbing, you should be able to block their neutral jump, but the pressure is theirs now. Obviously, if you went for a grab, the pressure goes for to the player that did the neutral jump. They pressure you on the way down because you tried to go for grab. But at least the game is fair that way. But like, you try to go for a grab in that situation, that's the right thing to do, you know. And they neutral jump you, and now they full comboed you into level 3, and you lost half your health bar. That's crazy to me, because in that situation, you should go for a grab. You should anticipate the grab. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's unfair that players are getting away with that kind of damage in that kind of situation when they honestly should not get that damage at all. Now, the worst case scenario is they're going to put you in a frame trap now to try to grab you. Okay, the situation reset, and now they're doing it to you. But I'd rather them be pressuring me and having to earn it than them, you know, comboing me for half my health bar for me doing exactly what you should do in that situation. So that's another thing I would fix in Street Fighter 6. I thought I blocked that. My controller, by the way, guys, my last few videos, my controller has been drifting, so I thought I honestly blocked that and I still got caught, so it's probably because my controller's drifting. I missed the ultra.
Come at me from whatever direction you love.
What happens? Oh my god, yo! I think it should have even stopped that. I think it even should have stopped the EX uppercut, to be honest. First of all, I don't like when they add moves like that. Cammy had one in Street Fighter 4, and Fei Long had one in Street Fighter 4, and Remy has it in as a Super R3 in Third Strike. What I mean by that is, it's a move. Dudley also has it, his cross counter. He had it in Street Fighter 3, he had it in Street Fighter 4. What I mean by that is that there should be no move that does that. There should be no move that does that. Hakan also has one with his Ultra 2, I believe, that if you jump on him in any way, shape, or form, he's going to absorb you into Ultra. I think every Ultra or special move like that should be an attack. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Dudley's. I kind of understand it. When it's an ultra is where I have a problem, because I feel with Dudley you kind of have to be good to utilize that. You see someone dive kicking and you still have to be good enough to react in time to get the counter on that. I was doing it to Akuma players and Yoon players and Yang players for a very long time. It works. It works very well because they love to exploit the dive kick and try to get free grab pressure on you, free pressure on you. They love to do that. And I feel like Dudley is an amazing counter against Yoon, Yang, and Akuma, because that's a lot of players love to, you know, abuse that special move, the dive kick. And I feel like in Third Strike, he's a very good counter to those characters because of that. Because it essentially takes away their dive kick, and without dive kick, in my opinion, unless they have Super R3, which almost all the high-level Yuns use, they're really not that good. And if you're a smart player, if you're playing Yun in the highest level, you should never let them build meter. Because if you sit them crouching, doing crouching medium punches, you have to pressure them. You have to get close enough to get them to stop doing that. Because if they build up a super meter, they have the smallest super meter in the game. Once they activate that, every normal attack they do becomes a super. And gives it way more possibility to combo into itself, where normally it's not that difficult. It gives you more hit stun. So it's going to increase the combo possibilities. And once he pops you in the air, you're going to look at maybe 30-40% damage with high-level Yuns that really know how to take it to the next level and do the Kara palms. Do the Kara palms on you like 4 times, 5 times in a combo and make you look silly. Like Justin Wong. Justin Wong's one of the, you know, he doesn't main Yun, but I've seen his Yun in action. Like, he knows how to do that kind of stuff. So you got to be careful when players like that are using the best characters in the game. So, like, that's why I say, if you want to put a stop to that, rush him down, because without his activation on level 3, he's considered to be the best character in Third Strike. I disagree with that. I honestly think it's Akuma, because he basically shuts down every character in the game, you know, with the exception of himself. And the reason I say that is because when they try to neutral jump, air fireball you, every character basically has to deal with that pressure, with the exception of like Ken, Shin Shoryuken Super, you know, Shin, any super that basically uppercuts. So Chun-Li even has one. You know, I don't know how good it is, and you know, it'll even stop some of those supers if you do it correct. If they do it correctly, you're gonna have to deal with it. That's the point I'm trying to make. These high-level players know how to put you in situations that you have to deal with, and that's what a lot of beginner, intermediate players lose to. They lose to thinking that, oh, he's in the air, he's throwing a fireball, I could beat him with super. They know what they're doing so good that it'll even beat your super. So just deal with it. If you want to keep evolving and getting better as a player and winning these tournaments, you have to listen to stuff that I'm telling you in these videos. You have to. What was I gonna do? I forgot what I was gonna. Oh, what I was gonna say about that Ultra. I love the animation for that Ultra for Fei Long and Cammy. I love what she does after you hit them. What it is it's a counter Ultra. So like if you see your opponent committing to a jump kick and you do that Ultra, it's gonna absorb their attack and put you in an Ultra animation and counter you. I wish the move was just a standalone combo your opponent correctly. You can still use that animation because it looks beautiful, but don't allow them to counter their opponent with it. Hakan, I kind of understand. I really didn't like that Ultra 2 that he had. In his character's design, I kind of understand why they went with that. He didn't have really good anti-airs, but maybe you could give him a real good anti-air and turn his Ultra 2 into something that he actually has to land. I think it's hilarious. I think it was a funny special move. I think it should stay the way it is. In his character design, I kind of understand why they went with that. He doesn't really have a good anti-air. I didn't like that he had the neutral jump grab. You know what I mean by that? That he could grab you in the air. You know, I think all air grabs should be removed from Street Fighter, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, yeah. I think, like, for example, Guile has it ever since Hyper Fighting, where he would catch you in the air and do the backbreaker on you. I'm not saying that move can't be in the game. I would love for it to be in the game. But, like, when he does a regular grab on the ground, just change the animation to him jumping in the air real quick and doing the backbreaker on you. I'm 100% cool with that. I'm not 100% cool with one of the best zoners in Street Fighter, which is Guile, in my opinion, is the best zoner in the entire game. You know, he throws a projectile and you jump over it, and it's, you know, a lot of people don't know that the best counter to Guile is Ryu, because Ryu's spin kick goes over Guile's projectile and counters him even full screen. So if you make a good read, you will counter Guile's and it'll stop them from doing projectiles. Now guess what? guess what happens? I play Ryu, so it just so happens that my character is very good at dealing with Guile. But not every character has a heavy kick, spin kick that goes full screen and counters Guile. Most characters don't have that. So I think they have to add more recovery time to Guile's projectile. You know, without that, you know, if they balance him a little bit better, I would have no problem with it. I would like to see more misdirection flash kicks when you go for cross up. That way, it forces them to be a good player. There's nothing wrong with evolving and getting good as a player. There's amazing Guile players out there. There's amazing Ken players out there. I don't mind that. There's amazing Zangief players out there. I don't care. I don't mind that. If they evolve and they deserve to win, I'm happy for them. But I'm just trying to reduce the players that don't deserve to win from winning. That's all. That's my big thing. My controller's drifting. I'm dropping basic combos that I know. Oh my god. That was a beautiful combo by the AI. That was a beautiful combo from the AI. I was so into the fucking combo he did that I was like lost in thought.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm playing Ken in the story mode. I'm typically you know, I play Ken and Ryu both. You know what I mean? I actually prefer Ken because I feel like Ken fits my playstyle way better than Ryu. I think I consider myself a decent zoner though. I consider myself a good zoner. Maybe not the best in the world. I think I'm one of the best though. Honestly, I think I'm still one of the best Ryus out there. Like right there, that crouching medium kick into fireball with Ken, that has to work. That has to combo. That's unacceptable that does not combo. I missed it. Goddamn, that does combo when you land the spin kick. I love that it combos, by the way. Give me that, baby. Give me that, baby. Where you at, Bruce? Where you at, Bruce? And when you guys saw me throw that light punch uppercut, even though it looked like it was unsafe, if you try to do anything after that, I'll counter you with the second one. So like that's a very old school tactic. What I'm doing is I'm missing an uppercut out of range of my opponent that I know that he can't possibly counter me with anything before I can actually counter his counter attempt. That should honestly not be allowed in the game. The recovery time should be long enough that I can never do that to my opponent. But since it's in the game, as a high-level player, I'm obviously going to use that. So, like, you have to be careful when you play high-level players because they'll make it look like they made a mistake and they're setting you up for the next move. So they're trying to move one step ahead of you, and when you think you have an opportunity to counter, you're actually still in a counter state. But if you do nothing, you won't get countered. As you can see, I tried to do the second uppercut and it missed, but realistically, the only reason I did the second uppercut is because I was trying to catch him with that counter. But realistically, I would do the hard punch uppercut after the first missed light punch uppercut because the recovery time is so fast that I could counter him with the next heavy uppercut if he tries to do anything to me, which almost every beginner player does, almost every intermediate player does. The high level players are the ones that, even though as you can see it still works even at the highest level, but the high level players are the ones that least fall for it because they know that tactic already like the back of their hand. So see, it does combo. I told you that. If you land that, I love that they added that. I wish for Ryu it didn't do a hard knockdown. I wish for Ryu, it did the same thing. If you do the cross-up spin kick, it leaves them standing for Ryu. That way you can actually land the uppercut afterward. I think Ryu needs a little bit more of that in his game plan. You know what I'm saying? As a longtime Ryu player, I feel like Ryu is one of those characters that could really benefit from resets. Like I said, in Third Strike, he has the reset. I was able to do it. I don't know. I tried to do it when I was explaining in my video. Like when you do the EX sidestep kick, half circle forward with 2 kick buttons. Now it's only quarter circle forward. I'm happy that they did that. It makes it way easier to do, especially for beginner players, intermediate players. Now with the modern controls, it's way easier. Thanks to me, I suggested that. You know, and it's only because they've honestly put it in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with the simple mode. But I think, you know, their simple mode in Marvel can be a little bit simpler, even with like supers and stuff, landing level 3 supers. You know, maybe if you could simplify it like you did in Street Fighter 6, where you press back and super and it'll do the level 1. You press down and super and it'll do the level 2. You press forward and super and it does the level 3 for them. I think like beginner, intermediate players are really gonna love that for Marvel vs. Capcom. You know, I think the game is way easier than Street Fighter to play, and that's primarily due to the fact that if I'm not mistaken, Marvel vs. Capcom was originally designed in the United States, and they did way more quarter circle forward motions and quarter circle back motions for super and special moves, and I think that's why so many people, I feel in comparison to Street Fighter, prefer Marvel vs. Capcom's design, is because it's way more accessible. And, you know, I think they can do a little bit more with that, you know, especially when it comes to doing the supers and stuff like that. I hate to beat on this logo. It's like I went from Rekka to Rekka. Oh my god. See what I mean right there? You saw that he did the EX Rekka. I think he did EX Rekka, or he did the... I'm pretty sure that was EX Rekka. That's quarter circle forward with 2 punch buttons. And it does a multi-hit. He's had that ever since Third Strike, right? Since Street Fighter 3. Actually, no, in the original Street Fighter 3s, he didn't have that move. He had the same lunge punch that Yoon had, but they added a little more variety to his move list later on in like by Third Strike, you know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm trying to make is that right there, he went for EX Rekkas. I blocked it, right? I was unable to capitalize on offense there. I believe I can go for heavy punch uppercut. I don't know what the counter is for every player. I believe if you're Chun-Li, you can do charge flash kick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When you charge down back and you press up. Well, really, you only have to charge down, but no player at the highest level ever just charges down. They charge down back. That way they have access to her back forward charge special move, which is her fireball, and down, holding down back also registers as down, which is what you have to do for the first part of the charge flash kick that she does. I don't know exactly what it's called. When you hold down for 1 second and you press up real quick with the kick buttons, it'll do her flash kick. Basically, I call it just flash kick whenever it's a charge flash special move. That's her anti-air. If you guys don't know, with Chun-Li, that's her anti-air move, is the down up kick. She even has that in Third Strike. Most players other than Justin Wong don't even use it, and they're crazy because it's one of the best anti-airs in the game. In my opinion, maybe with the exception of Ken probably having the best. Actually, no, I'm wrong about that. Hugo actually has the best anti-air in Third Strike because you can't parry it. No matter how good you are, you cannot parry his air grab, which is a little confusing to me because Alex's character also has an air grab, but you can actually parry his, and it's only 1 hit. So in my opinion, it's not even recommended to go for Alex's true anti-air at the highest level, because you're more likely to get countered for doing it and lose way more health than going for a way easier anti-air, like, for example, I mean, there's a lot of options that he has. I don't want to go through all of them, but down hard punch is his easiest option. 2-hitter. It even leads into super in Street Fighter 5. You know, after the 2-hitter, when you pop him up into the air, you can catch him with the EX anti-air, the one that I just told you not to use in anti-air situations. Now it's not being used as an anti-air situation, it's being used as a combo situation. So it's a combo ender. Basically, a lot of high-level players just refer to it as a move that you use that's so bad that you only use it as a combo ender. So that's what I mean. Those are the situations, man, that I'm talking about. You see that I blocked his, let me try to see if he'll do another EX. Come on, build that meter. See, like, oh my god, my controller's drifting, guys, I'm sorry. I can't even do a hard punch, heavy punch, uppercut because my controller's drifted so bad. This is not my true performance. So don't hold me, I'm telling you that my controller's drifting, so. See, you can do, what I mean is, I only know the true counters to these situations. A lot of players were giving way too much respect to these Japanese young players like Mago. You know, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying that when they make mistakes like that, players aren't even capitalizing on I'm seeing them play in tournaments, and I'm watching them do these reckless moves, and they're getting away with it. I'm sitting there like, wow, I could have been winning this money for years. Because I'm the only player that's doing this and countering them in these counter situations. They're just leaving them, they're letting them pressure you for free, and I'm sitting there I'm boggled. It is mind-boggling to me. You know, I'm crying in my head. I'm like, wow, I could have been the one beating these guys for a long time. See, because my controller's drifted, I'm not getting the true ultra. But as you can see, like, yeah, you can counter them. But what I'm saying is, it should be so much longer that you can counter them with way better hit, like, at least give players the ability to hit confirm before the special move. Because now I know as a player, I'm having additional opportunity to counter them with. And I don't know if mathematically it's difficult for the computer programmers, the talented computer programmers that put these games together. I really appreciate what you're doing, but I feel like the game can continue to get better and better, and that's all I really want for the franchise. I don't care about you guys paying me. I don't care about that. I'm such a fan that I just want the game to be pure, and I want the best players that really deserve the win to win. Like, I know Valle is one of the best. To me, he's the best South American player of all time, no doubt about it. You know, he was the original guy to beat in Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? He actually, you know, went toe-to-toe with in Japan, even though he lost. But, you know, Akuma is completely broken in Street Fighter Alpha 3. You know what I'm saying? He's a completely broken character. They never banned him from the game. They should have banned him from the game. He has unblockable setups. So, in other words, what I'm saying is, if you're not picking Akuma in Alpha 3... you're an idiot, because he has unblockables. If he gets any knockdown situation on you, you're going to eat half your health. He's going to take away half your health bar. You know, when he throws the half circle back red fireball, if you do half circle back with heavy punch, he does a 3-hit fireball. But guess what? When you activate Vism, it does even more than that. So what happens is these players demon flip after it, and now they're hitting you on both sides. So it's unblockable. You can't get out of it. You can't get out of it. I might be wrong about that in the corner, but like I said, he could even dive kick. Like there's options that he has. I'm not a true Akuma main. I can do the unblockable setup. Not so consistently, because I play on D-pad. So on D-pad in the older Japanese fighting games, as much as I love them, it was very difficult to do those kind of high-level tactics. You know, I can only do the unblockable setup with Akuma on analog stick, but I honestly prefer to play on D-pad in Street Fighter. So, like, yeah, I can do it, but it's not my ideal playstyle to play on analog stick unless I'm playing a charge character like E Honda and Super Turbo. I prefer to play on analog stick. I'm a hybrid. If I play a character like Ken, I play D-pad. Unless it's Super Turbo, I obviously play analog stick because I have a higher possibility. I play Ryu and Super Turbo. I have a higher possibility to do Dragon Punch, which is one of the, like, if not the best move in the entire game. You know, it's just you know, it gives me a higher possibility for it. Oh my god, I didn't even get my focus attack out. I'm so whack. See what I mean? Ah, I can't get the ultra! Like I said, man, I'm a huge fanatic for Street Fighter, man, ever since I was a little kid, but I feel like they're not proactive enough in changing, you know, the big areas that really need to be fixed. I really look forward to Marvel vs. Capcom 4, by the way. I love Marvel vs. Capcom. I hope they add, I hope they do a deal with Disney this time for a DLC pack for all the X-Men. And I don't know if they own Spider-Man. I think Sony owns Spider-Man. Can we get a lot more Spider-Man villains in the game? I feel like, you know, Spider-Man has way more villains in the game, you know, that aren't in the game. You know, I think Marvel has some characters that are pretty dope. Like they don't have Kingpin from The Punisher. I mean, like, that fat white boy looks like he's dope. He's just funny to see on the screen. A fat white boy that's just trying to scrap is funny. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that. He should be a character in the game. But, you know, X-Men not being in the game, no Wolverine, no Cyclops. Cyclops was like one of my favorite characters. Gambit. I mean, Gambit is so fucking dope. Gambit is so dope. He throws playing cards at you as a projectile. That's awesome. Rogue is so dope. You know what I mean? How she, like, kisses you and takes your energy away and shit, and she can use your powers against you now. That's so dope to me, man. You know what I'm saying? The character design for X-Men is brilliant. Stan Lee was just doing his thing back then, man. Oh my god. I tried to hop it. That's so stupid. Never hop it in there. Finally! Never do hard sweep on wake up. Unless it's a counter situation. He caught the cross up. Oh my god, this game. Alright guys, I'm probably gonna end the video there, man. Like I said, my controller's drifting, so I'm not playing as good as I normally would. But, like, I'm trying to post videos just to help the company out a little bit, man. I'm tired of seeing the game in this kind of state. Like, Street Fighter 6 still has these issues with Lily and E Honda and Blanca and I mean, just go through it. You guys aren't dumb, you know what I'm saying? Just go through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end the video there, man. But as soon as I get my new controller, I will be streaming Tekken 8 ranked matches. If you guys want to play me in that, you know, I'm the best martial law player out there. Considering I don't do DSS, Dragon Stance cancels. Now I know how to do them, and it's way easier than ever before. I don't know, maybe if it always was like that. I just didn't do my research. I should have, but so I'm gonna be playing martial law ranked matches in Tekken 8. I'm letting you guys know that's how high level I am. I don't hide what character I'm playing. So there's a lot of players out there like counter picking and stuff. Don't rely on counter picking, because unless you're playing older games, counter picking doesn't even exist anymore in these new games. So, like, players are you know, are talking about how do you deal with counter picks in new games. As far as I know, at least the fighting games I play, Counter picking is not even an issue anymore. You know what I'm saying? Counter picking is not even an issue anymore. You know, unless you're playing like Hyper Fighting, Super Turbo, Third Strike, counter picking does exist in those games. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Dudley versus Ryu is a prime example. Ryu Super R2 and Third Strike is clearly a counter pick. If you forward throw or neutral throw any Dudley player when you have Super R2, well, you can OTG them with Super R2. I don't know if they patched that and fixed that, but I even did it in a ranked match against a Dudley player, and I was laughing my ass off when I won the game like that. Because Ryu's the only character in Third Strike that can actually OTG. If you guys don't know what OTG means, it's when you knock your opponent to the ground, but you pop them back up into the air again. So it's considered off the ground. Like they were already grounded. It happens a lot in Marvel. You saw Justin Wong doing it with the Akuma assist with the Wolverine slide into Akuma assist, because after the slide it pops the opponent in the air a little bit, and the Akuma assist keeps him in the air so he could dash up and pop the opponent with the launcher or whatever, you know, combo into launcher and catch him with another amazing combo or setup again. You know what I'm saying? And Justin Wong is I know, as I play Wolverine myself in Marvel vs. Capcom, that Justin Wong was one of the most amazing Wolverine players I've ever seen. I mean, what he was doing to his opponent was incredible. The combos he was doing when he activated the, I don't know, that weird thing that he turns purple and he's kind of glowing, that it makes him even faster or whatever, especially with X Factor. It was just magnificent, man. I mean, it was just so, and it was beautiful for me because I play Wolverine and I play Akuma, so it's like when I saw Justin Wong was taking those characters to such a high level, I was like, I'm just gonna do what he does. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, I did change my team a little bit. I switched to Captain America, Wolverine, and I think I picked Zero as the final character. You know, I just love those characters so much. But I do have a pretty whack team as well that I also do play. It's Ryu, Akuma, and I even did pick Chun-Li as at one point Team Street Fighter for Marvel vs. Capcom, but it didn't work out too good for me. So I did have to take Chun-Li out and put Zero in instead. But I'm gonna leave the video. I'm gonna end the video there. You know, Capcom, I really hope that you guys release some of your you know, amazing fighting games on Google Play Store and Apple iOS. What I mean by that is, especially if you bundle like a collection, I don't know if that'll make the phone crash or whatever, but I would love to see Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 1 on Google Play Store with the Bluetooth battle functionality, the way you had it on PlayStation Portable and PlayStation Vita, like where we could just connect without any internet through Bluetooth. I thought that's an excellent feature to have, especially for fighting game fans. I think that's excellent. I would love to see Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2. I think you're not proactive enough. I think fans would love to give you $5 for each one of those games so that they could bring it with them whenever they want. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing about cell phones now is that you put a Type-C to HDMI cable into your TV or monitor, and you don't even need a system. All you need is your TV or monitor plugged into the wall. Some portable monitors don't even need that. They power off the actual phone itself, and all you have to do is plug your phone into it, and now you could, you know, play on a bigger screen. So like a game like, especially Marvel vs. Capcom 2, a classic, one of the best American developed fighting games of all time. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think it was developed here in the United States. It sure seems as if it is. You know, there's just not enough love for the FGC and the fighting game community. Especially, I feel like, considering how much money these guys are making, mountains of money with these fighting games, and I feel like they're not doing enough fan service back by like re-releasing Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection for Yeah, my PlayStation basically tried to take control of my system. So like I said, the FGC, you know, we're like the least appreciated out of all the fighting game fans. They get a new Call of Duty every year. They get a new Pokemon game every year. They get a new, every other franchise, it's a new game every year. There's a new Need for Speed every year. There's a new, you know, Madden every year. There's a new NBA 2K. But goddamn, they get a new WWE 2K every year. But goddamn, we never get, they never like, yo, we got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Google Play Store now. We got Third Strike Online Edition on the Google Play Store now. We got Street Fighter Anniversary Collection on the Google Play Store now. Can we get that to run on a cell phone? I think we can. I've seen way more graphical games playing on cell phones. I've seen Tatsunoko vs. Capcom played on a cell phone using an emulator. So I'm almost positive that flagship smartphones can run Tatsunoko vs. Capcom natively, because I've seen fans run it on using emulators and stuff. And like, I only bought a Wii for Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. I mean, finding out that Okami was such an amazing game was just an additional bonus. But the only reason I got a Nintendo Wii was for Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. This is how much of a fan I am of what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't downplay what I'm telling you as a longtime fan that has a lot of experience playing high level Street Fighter and, well, Mortal Kombat, not as long as like Ryo, you know, the god of Mortal Kombat, because, you know, him and Tom Brady and all those guys are the gods of Mortal Kombat. They were the guys that were keeping the Mortal Kombat scene alive when no one was even playing Mortal Kombat 3 no more, except for me. Even though I didn't even know about those guys at the time, I just looked it up on YouTube. Are there guys playing like high level Mortal Kombat? And like, obviously Ryo's the god, you know what I'm saying? Until I come along, you know what I'm saying? Until I come along, he's the god. But you know, for me, he's like, you know, he's the best Mortal Kombat player of all time. No one even mentions him, you know what I'm saying? No one even really mentions him. But like, I feel like he's so much more advanced than all the other Mortal Kombat players. What else was I gonna say? Tom Brady is another, you know, amazing Mortal Kombat player. Like I said, man, like, goddamn, like, can we get Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store? Can we get even if Mortal Kombat Trilogy, you know, I would honestly love to see both, because I consider Mortal Kombat Trilogy to be a completely unique game outside of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Obviously, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was way more balanced and way more fair. I felt like in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, a high-level player, you couldn't get away with no easy shit on them. You know what I mean? Like, if you jumped in the air, that was guaranteed counter against a high-level player. I felt like in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, they fixed it a lot, where I couldn't just do standing heavy kick and anti-air them. Like, a lot of times it would lose to their jump kick, which is the right thing to do. That is the right way it should be. But I'm gonna end the video there. I'm very disappointed in these fighting game developers like WB Games. I feel like WB Games is not selling enough old school Mortal Kombat right now. They could easily do a 3D Mortal Kombat collection. Like, I'm talking about the ones from Mortal Kombat 4 to like before Mortal Kombat 9. Deception, Armageddon. They can easily bundle a collection and probably get the $60, $70 on PlayStation 5 and Series X fans. Like, with online play on all those games, leave it the way it is. It's cool that it's broken. We kind of, if you want to patch it, even better. But like, we're happy just to get it as the fans. Believe me when I tell you that. Mortal Kombat 4 was amazing. I honestly didn't like the sidestepping and stuff that they added later on. I think they added it. I could be wrong about that. Like I said, Mortal Kombat 4 was like the last one that I honestly played before Mortal Kombat 9. I should have kept up with it, because it's an amazing franchise, and I feel like they've they've consistently been developing their fighting game the way fighting games should be, with block strings. Block strings is essential in fighting games for it to kind of make way more logic. But like I said, if we can get like the abilities to capitalize, at least at the very least, on the second hit, I mentioned, you know, it varies. In Street Fighter, I think 3 crouching light kicks is the right number. If we can even get 4, that's even better. I feel like we need more possibilities there on that crouching light kick area, crouching jab area, you know what I'm saying? 2 is way too much. I feel like you only get 2 unless it's a counter hit. Then you get like 3 or 4. I know because I was wiping my ass with 99% of the basically all of them. Every single Street Fighter player there, I was like literally wiping my ass with them. If you look at my record on in Street Fighter 6, deduct 200 losses. Because for my first like basically month playing the game, I was playing Zangief. I'm not a Zangief player, so I won a lot of amazing close matches, but I lost like maybe 100, 200 matches using Zangief, maybe even more than that. So if you really look at my stats, if you deduct that, you'll see how good of a player I really am. My statistics, I'm at like a 95, 96% win ratio. So, you know, I'm not just talking just to like, oh, you know, like no one knows who he is. I'm saying as a longtime fan, fanatic player that's been playing, you know, ever since, you know, I was even playing on computer back when Marvel vs. Capcom had a Marvel vs. Capcom online website. So this is how much of a fan that I was, that you could play people online, you know, in Marvel vs. Capcom using a keyboard. So don't tell me I'm not a fan, dog. Like I've been trying to play people online, prove that I was the best. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to do that. I've always been a fan, so like I'm gonna end the video there. I would love to see that though, man. Third Strike Online Edition for me is the best. It's the best version of Third Strike because you get the additional colors. You can even turn Ken into Violent Ken. I love that color. I love the color for Sean where he's wearing the all-white gi. Amazing. I love how you could turn Elena into a white girl with blonde hair instead of her being the traditional African-American looking character with red hair, or what, you know what I mean? They have so many different options. They turn Urien into a regular looking guy, a white guy with black hair, brown hair, whatever. You know, that's so dope to me. That's so dope. The ones that didn't really have good color selection, I think was like 12, because he's like one solid color. But I'm gonna end the video there. I'm gonna end the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are really learning. If you check out some of my previous videos before this, I really explain how to properly capitalize into Super and how to approach it, what your mentality should be. You should always save that level 3. I know as stupid as it sounds, unless you know for a fact that level 1 or level 2 is going to win you the round. In my opinion, it's a waste of meter. The level 3 gives you way easier combo possibilities. From comboing into a special move and canceling that into Super R3, which you can do. Like, what I mean by that is, if you land an uppercut with Ryu, unless they're high in the air, you can activate into into level 3. So like, obviously, unless it's a true anti-air, you can't activate it when he's already high up in the air like that. But like, if I land a combo that I land into uppercut or fireball, which is almost always what you're gonna be doing, you can level 3 it. I wish you could level 3 off of this spin kick. Like, if you just landed a raw hard kick spin kick, I wish you could just activate level 3 right there. Or some Marvel vs. Capcom 3 shit. Like, why not let me capitalize on any possibility that I may have? I think that's what Street Fighter could use a little bit more of. Forget about if it doesn't look realistic. As fans, we're gonna go, oh shit, he just got caught in some shit. All the real fans are gonna be like, yes, we can catch him with some shit now. We can catch him with more shit. You know what I'm saying? Fans aren't gonna be like, I can't believe it doesn't look realistic. This is so stupid. No, they're gonna be like, yes, we have more possibilities to land this level 3 now. You know what I'm saying? But I'll leave it at that, man. I'm gonna end the video there. You guys should check out my videos previous to this, because I really explain the approach that you should do, which I see a lot of players struggling to land those super moves in Street Fighter, and it's not as hard as they think. Because if you can throw a fireball in Street Fighter, which I've seen even females that don't even play the game can do that, well then you can do an additional quarter circle forward is what you're doing to activate the fireball. And in Marvel vs. Capcom, obviously it's how you activate super, but instead of one punch button, one attack button, you're pressing two attack buttons at the same time. So it's like doing an EX move in Street Fighter actually does a super for you in Marvel. So if you struggle in Street Fighter, don't feel bad. Pick up Marvel vs. Capcom instead. Maybe you'll have better chances of winning in there, because the special moves and supers are way easier for players to do, especially beginner players. But Street Fighter 6 also has the modern mode, which I don't recommend you use at all, because you get 25% damage reduction. I think it's 25% or 20%. So like I said, check out my videos. I understand. I'm one of the few players in high level, probably the only one that can actually land a level 3 off of a standing jab or crouching jab. So if you guys don't believe me, I'm stating on facts. I've never seen any of these players do it, and I am. So I'm showing you, if there's anyone you should listen to, I'm teaching you the things that other high-level players will never teach you because they don't want you to win. I'm teaching you those tactics. I'm teaching you the tactics that I've learned from experience that works so that you can win at the highest level. You can counter that Chun-Li player that just did EX lightning legs with a crouching jab into level 3, and they're going to sit there with their mouth open like, I can't believe these players are landing this on me. I thought I was only going to get caught. You could do crouching jab. Obviously, with my character Kimberly, I do crouching jab into quarter circle forward light punch into level 3. That's why I saved my level 3. Because in worst case scenario in that situation, I'm only going to get crouching jab into light punch, quarter circle forward punch. That's not gonna. It's gonna do a decent amount of damage, but it's not gonna do that much damage. But if I cancel in that quarter circle forward light punch into level 3, I'm landing 40% damage now. I was the only player to land a level 3 combo in the first round with Kimberly. I was the only Kimberly player to actually land a level 3 in round 1. Check any other high level player that you see out there. You do not see any other high level player landing a level 3 in round 1, at the end of round 1 to win the round. Even though it was very stupid for me to do it, in all honesty, it happened by accident because I didn't even think I had it yet, but I actually landed it. So that just shows you how much more advanced. That's what I'm saying. The more special moves that you're doing in this game, the more meter you build. The more combos that you land, the more meter you build. So that's how I'm able to get my meter so much faster than all these other players that I'm playing. When you capitalize on your offense correctly, you get way more reward. You get rewarded for that as a player. You get higher score, you get faster meter build. There's a lot of advantages to playing the game correctly. This is what I'm trying to teach you guys. Play the game correctly because you're going to thank me later. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for all the players that are out there winning. You know what I'm saying? God bless you. I hope you enjoyed what you got. You deserved it because you honestly played the best players and you were able to prove that. And I'm happy for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to end the video there. I hope you guys learned from what I'm teaching here. So, I hope you could use this for your advantage, and one day you'll be winning tournaments like some of these other high-level players out there.